AITA for outing a girl's fake photos online? My 16-year-old son recently received an anonymous message informing him he was appearing on a stranger's Facebook page. He looked in. Sure enough, there were photos of him on a girl's Facebook page purporting to be dating him with a whole fantasy life, including that he'd been in the hospital and other creepy stuff. There were all these elaborate stories about why she couldn't produce him in person. I quickly figured out the girl lived in our town. She was much older than my son. She claims 28 on her page, but who knows if she's telling the truth. She does look to be almost 30. My son was a bit scared by the whole thing, so I took over, posting the truth to the woman's page, and posting on my page warning others about her. She lives in our town, which isn't all that big, so word traveled quickly and the jig was up. I've since gotten upset messages from the girl's family saying I should have contacted her directly and given her the opportunity to save face rather than ruin her reputation. That she was going through a rough time and I just made it worse. I'm sorry she's going through a rough time, but I also feel like the moment she brought my son into it, all bets were off. I do see where I went from 0 to 60 on this though, and I'm wondering if I'm an asshole for being so loud and public about it when I could have accomplished what I wanted. Get her to stop using the photos without all the fallout. AITA? NTA, she's like almost 30 and she's faking a BF online. But even worse, using photos of a minor as her fake BF online. That's honestly just gross and invasive on a new level. She made it public when she chose to post and say those things. Not you. A 28-year-old woman was using your minor's son pictures on social media claiming she was dating him under another identity? NTA. Nuclear option seems to fit here. Take the info to the police. An adult woman was spreading false information that a minor was her BF. NTA. NTA. Protect your son. What creepy 30-year-old makes up a whole ass fantasy life with a 16-year-old? Save face. LMAO. The irony. NTA. Not even close. All bets are off when you mess with someone's child. You did the right thing. The only choice. She has nobody to blame but herself. I'm sorry she's going through a rough time, but I also feel like the moment she brought my son into it, all bets were off. 100% this. Actions have consequences, and being outed electronically seems mild compared to cyber abuse of a minor by an adult. NTA. Your number one job as a father is to protect your children. You did so in this instance with decisiveness and purpose. Kudos to you. NTA. I recommend the podcast Dear Bobby to make you realize you did the right thing. NTA. He is 16. Why the heck would she be claiming to date a 16-yo even if she was 28? She kind of did it to herself, and you have every right to protect your underage son. NTA. Maybe if he wasn't a minor I'd give her the chance to save face. But that's a really big maybe. If you don't want to get caught in a lie, don't tell a lie. NTA. She was fantasizing about a minor child. Who does that? I don't care about her saving face. Screw that. She was messing with a child. Your child. Your job is to protect him from creeps. Where was her family when she was stalking a child? They should be helping her if she is going through some stuff. You didn't make it worse. She did. She is a grown-ass adult who now has to face the consequences of her actions. You are a rock star. You did as you should for your baby. NTA for sure, but I think it sounds like something there should be a police report about. She's really creepy, and for your son's future safety it might be a good idea. NTA, I speak from experience when I say having your photos used for catfish accounts is terrifying. This woman sounds mentally unstable and you did the right thing. NTA. She's 30-year-old exploiting the image and identity of a minor. Please make sure you take screenshots of everything and email them to yourself. I would also consider filing a police report just to create a record in case there is any escalation. NTA. This adult has a fantasy life about your minor child. I would go to the police as well. Who knows how far her delusion will go. NTA. This isn't a white lie that got caught in. She sounds disturbed. Is it possible that she actually believed what she was saying? Had your son ever seen her before? I hope she was only trying to somehow impress people online and not actually stalking him IRL. Her picking out someone local rather than simply stealing the photo of some random from the other side of the country makes it sound like she'd hoped to turn the fantasy into reality. Did she refer to him by his actual name on her page or make one up? I'd want to distinguish between her just faking people out with his photos or actually using his identity, which to me would indicate her interest specifically in him and is worse. NTA. She's lucky you didn't contact the FBI or police. They're embarrassed, but your son is frightened and now, likely, embarrassed himself. And now he has an online record of dating this older woman before he's out of high school. Which, if she had thought this through, looks like sex abuse of a minor even though it isn't real. Really. The only option was to refute it online so there would be a conflicting record should he ever need it. You are not obligated to consider the feelings or motivations of the perpetrator before taking action to protect your kid. Oh no. Look. It's the consequences of her own actions. NTA. She knew what she was doing. Why in the world would you give her the benefit of discretion when she has been so public about using your son's picture? Also, this is so creepy. You gotta do what you gotta do to protect your child. I think this was the only way to stop this misinformation. NTA. Definitely NTA. Going through tough time doesn't give her an excuse to lie about someone online. NTA. Does not matter how far you went, she had already taken it way too far. It sucks it played out that way. But she was being creepy. Contacting her and giving her the confidence of privacy could have just encouraged her to be even more creepy. She should take it as a life lesson.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.